Welcome, I'm Cassandra, and this is your general and love forecast for January 2018. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. And I'd like to apologize yet again for being tardy in getting my readings up. I have been sick, so I may need to pause here and there for some of you who may notice, because I'm sure you don't want to hear me cough or sneeze or have to blow my nose. So anyhow, this is not about me, this is about you guys. And you guys have waited long enough, so let's jump into this. My energy level's not the best right now either, so if I appear kind of melancholy, my apologies. Okay. To start off, we get the Ace of Wands in the reversed position. So, something that you guys have recently started has probably encountered many setbacks, difficulties. It's probably just not working out. Maybe you missed something completely when trying to start this project, but the overall feel here is you may just have to start over from the beginning. So there is a feeling of starting over. Okay, this is the Circumstances card, and we get the Two of Coins. So you guys are definitely able to handle many different tasks at once. As you see, this young man is juggling these coins here. So, in a sense, that's what you guys are doing, is you're juggling between different financial... some of you may be juggling more than one job. Maybe some of you are just simply trying to juggle with everything going on in life. Sometimes you can have quite a few irons in the fire here. But you have the stamina to do it. You're doing it well. Okay. Looky here, the Hierophant card. I'm almost certain that you guys get this card every month. Yeah. But hey, it is a Taurus card, so we get the Hierophant here again, and this is the card of the focus. So perhaps some of you guys have been conforming. Maybe you're conforming to maintain peace. Maybe you're just conforming to try to make something work. Some of you may even be perhaps starting a new diet, trying to, overall take better care of your health. Some of you may be trying to set up a workout type of plan. Because the Hierophant is always about, conforming and the traditional and things that are very structured. And this, could even be trying to make a relationship work. So therefore you're kind of throwing your own needs aside to try to make it work. Whether that's in a relationship or in a job or within a family situation, it's kind of like you're throwing your own needs and wants off to the side to make it work for the whole. Okay, this card position is what is passing or what is already in the past, your recent past. So here we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse position. So this would indicate that you are returning back to the physical world. You have already returned back to the physical world after being on a bit of a soul search, searching for something better. And a lot of times when this comes up, perhaps you may have had a new love interest come into your life. For some of you. But this can bring opportunities. Sometimes this can indicate that if you had left a relationship, perhaps you have gone back to a relationship that you had abandoned before. But this could indicate that you're going back to a situation that you left before. It's not always a bad thing. But overall, this is about just simply going back to the physical world as opposed to the spiritual. So, ready to enjoy the more material side of life, the physical and the material side of life. Okay, this is the card position of the present, the here and the now type of energy. And we get the Ten of Coins, which is an excellent card. This is all about having it all in regards to money. You know, for some, this could indicate a potential inheritance. For some, this could indicate that you receive, you know, a windfall of money. For some of you, this can indicate that you might be working in a family-owned type business, and one that's been successful at that. The Ten of Coins is about wealth. It's like familial wealth that is literally passed down from generation to generation to generation. So if you don't have that, then you guys are probably seeking it, or you want to obtain a type of wealth that will provide for many generations to come. And some of you could be considering investing in real estate. For some, you may be doing this as a job. For some of you, you may be considering buying a house. And for some of you, if you have tried applying for a loan, well, this is a good sign. This says you're absolutely approved. You will get it. Okay, this is the card position of your near future, and here we have the moon in the reverse position. So, some of you guys may have experienced some sleepless nights. Sometimes this can indicate that, you know, perhaps there's been some emotionally volatile type of situations. And for some, this could simply indicate that you're just literally burning yourself out. You're mentally, physically, emotionally just exhausting yourself. For some, this can indicate deception. For some, this can indicate self-deception. And for some, this can definitely indicate like an anxiety type of disorder. Some of you guys may be having some pretty vivid type dreams as well. Some of them may be disturbing, some of them may be really good. Some of them may keep you up. But overall, this energy will start to calm down, and you'll be able to harness your imagination better and get a better hold on things. And if someone has been keeping the truth from you, this can indicate that the truth is going to be revealed. So I know it's kind of sticky. It can indicate deception, but yet it can also indicate that this deception is revealed. The truth will come out. Okay, this is the card position of your attitude. And here we have the Ten of Cups, which is an absolutely beautiful card. So this is all about having a strong desire for contentment and family happiness. You guys are looking at it like I want it all. I want the whole shebang. You know, I want the happy family, the happy marriage. Some of you may already have it. Some of you are wanting this, and that's one of your goals, is trying to obtain this. And then there's some of you that are like, yeah, I don't care. I just want to be personally content. You know, because we're all different. Not every Taurus, sun, moon, or rising is going to want the same things. So, but in general, this is about having a strong desire for contentment. Maybe this will be family contentment. Maybe this will be contentment within love and family. You know, this could be emotional contentment. You know, because Taurus definitely likes to have their money, and if your money's not been where it's at, then that can kind of bleed through everything else, and then you won't feel content. So overall, you know, this could indicate that you desire to be content. And well, most Tauruses, you guys want to have your money right in order to feel content. And some of you probably have a renewed hope in love. Okay. This is how other people see you, and here we have the Judgment card. Now, I know that the word judgment sounds all freaky, but it's really not that bad. Especially in regards to the Hierophant, this definitely would indicate that a lot of you guys are trying to pay better attention to your health. You're trying to make sure that you are healthy. So for some of you are definitely focused on your health and trying to get healthier and eating right, and possibly trying to implement a structured type of exercise plan, which would be a positive thing. Excuse me. Okay. Now, yes, I just talked about health. Okay, this can also indicate like a new awareness. It can be like that light bulb over the head moment where you're just like, aha, where you just figure something out. Something you had never thought about in a particular way before. But overall, this card is about wanting something better. So, you know, a lot of you are going to want better health, obviously, but, you know, this may be a desire for something even higher than that, which totally makes sense. Maybe some of you are looking at it like, you know, I want a relationship that is going to not only fulfill me emotionally and physically, but spiritually as well. Now, this would be the card position of the hopes and fears, so this would probably be a hope for most of you. Here we have the Two of Cups, so this is our soulmate card, essentially. This is a beautiful union, balance, great love between two people. Great love, great understanding. It's beautiful. So I feel that a lot of you guys are focused on wanting love, and you want a love with, higher meaning. You don't want just any person coming at you. You want the real deal. You want someone who's going to be loyal and faithful and dedicated, and someone who affects you on a spiritual type level. Some could even say, some of you are like, I'm ready for a soulmate. So that's definitely a wish, like I said, for most of you. Okay, the final outcome card, we get the Nine of Swords in the reverse position. So it definitely looks like a lot of you probably were having some pretty rough times. Maybe someone had to have surgery. Maybe you experienced a loss. Now, the card's reversed, so you're now healing from this loss. And when we combine these, you definitely have a clean slate now, karmically. So the slate is cleared. But this is a very painful type of loss, one that can make you very depressed. This is the type of loss that can keep you up at night, sleepless nights, nightmares. It's very emotional, but at the same time, sometimes this, for some of us, can be more in our head. Because some of us can make issues bigger in our mind than what they really are, but not to discredit your pain, because pain is pain. And this is about a loss. So, but now that it's in the reverse position, you are healing from this loss. Or if you had surgery, you're healing from surgery. But for a few of you I feel may have lost someone through passing, and you are now healing, in the process of healing. Upright, you're grieving. Reversed, the healing process is beginning. So, but this loss can be any type of loss, but it would be a loss that would be pretty devastating to you. Now, for those of you who have lost a loved one through passing, I have a new deck here. It's called Talking to Heaven. So these cards are specifically for messages from our loved ones. So I will pull one of these here in just a bit. Okay, the bottom of the deck, we get the Five of Coins in the reversed position. So it seems that some of you guys have had some pretty trying times, financially, maybe even spiritually, maybe both. When it's in the upright position, you feel like you're literally put out into the cold. She's sitting outside, the fire's inside, but she's outside. But ultimately, now that it's in the reverse position, this is like a reversal of luck. So now your luck is getting much better. And it's like blockages are now being removed, and you're able to start moving forward. And some of you may even get some opportunities for a new job. So if you have found yourself unemployed and you've been looking for a job, this is a very good sign that you will find a job very, very soon. Nice. That's excellent. Okay, let's do these real quick. Okay. Okay, for those of you who have lost someone through passing and the healing process has begun, the first card that fell out was, "My death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt." Second card, "I was met by so many loving people." And the third card, which would be essentially for everyone, "The earth is our school." So essentially, every time we go through a loss, as painful as it is, and the transformation, or excuse me, the transition that it brings, our loved ones are simply saying the earth is our school. We go through these losses for learning. We're learning for our souls. Okay, sorry about that. Had a little coughing spurt there. Okay, we clarify our Ace of Wands in the reverse position, and we get the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is essentially saying, look deeper into this situation, because there is more than meets the eye. Now, the Page of Swords can also indicate receiving information from a third party. Excuse me. This can also indicate spying. And the Page of Swords can also indicate that perhaps disappointing news is on the horizon, and it may be difficult to deal with. You may need to have courage, and you may need to be able to think quickly and make decisions quickly. Okay, this was the card position of circumstances. We had the Two of Coins. We clarify and we get the World in the reverse position. So, in regards to financial security, with the World in the reverse position, to clarify, this is indicating that more work needs to be done in order to obtain the security that you desire. Now, for some of you, this can indicate that perhaps you might be a bit of a knucklehead. Don't shoot the messenger. In regards to learning lessons, maybe some of you keep repeating some of the same mistakes. Just overall being stubborn, being a knucklehead about it. So, yeah, we don't want to be resistant. We should learn our lessons from the first time. That way we don't have to keep going through the same type of situations. So, this card can be easily reversed. It's all about giving in, taking that lesson, learning from it. But, you know, again, this is definitely indicating that more work needs to be done in order to achieve the security that you desire. So just keep working. Stay dedicated, keep working, and in no time the world reverses itself and everything will be a lot better. Okay, we had the Hierophant card, and this was our focus card. We clarify, and we get the Ten of Wands. So, it seems to me that you guys have definitely had to conform, probably not so happily or not so willingly. You had to conform, though. And now you feel that you are carrying an extremely heavy, burdensome responsibilities. It's like, it's just too much to bear. This is too much for one person to handle, actually. I mean, you can handle it for a little while, but you just can't continue to go on this way, because with the Ten of Wands, this is like too many irons in the fire. Now, especially with this combination here, perhaps someone in your family, or perhaps a friend from school, or a friend from church may need some help. Maybe you want to give the help, but this, your heart would be in the right place if this is you, but it's not necessarily to your benefit, because you got a heavy enough load on your own that you don't need to take others' responsibilities on as well, okay? You really need to just focus on your own issues, okay? Which, I know that may be difficult to hear, but you really need to focus on your own issues. Now, for some of you, you just may be dealing with a certain situation, maybe within a marriage for some of you, maybe within a committed relationship. You know, this could be a relationship, you know, a work relationship, a spiritual type of relationship. And this could be a very heavy, oppressive type burden, you know. This is mentally and physically oppressive, okay? It affects you mentally and physically. It's just too much for one person to bear. Oh, Lord. Oh, I don't want my bulls trying to carry this around. This is just too much. I feel like a lot of you guys, your heart is in the right place, but this is too much to bear, okay? I mean, I get it, all in the name of conforming, you know, to try to make others happy, including yourself, but trust me, with this card, in the end, it's you that ends up not so happy because you're carrying too much. And I don't want people taking advantage of you guys, okay? We're not going to deal with that shit. So if somebody's taking advantage of you, you need to be careful. Sometimes this can be a family member trying to get help from you. This help could be money. This help could be many different types of ways. Sometimes someone's trying to trick you into taking on their responsibilities as well as your own. And well, you guys don't need that, okay? Okay, we had our Eight of Swords in the reverse position. This was the card position of your recent past or what is passing. And we get the Queen of Coins. So this is Taurus. This is you, male or female. This card would represent you. And with the Queen of Coins, you know, hardworking. She loves to see others succeed as well. She likes to see others grow. She especially loves to watch others grow. But she likes to nurture. This woman is very secure financially, emotionally, psychologically. She's very secure. And so this would definitely indicate that you guys went back into the physical world. Perhaps you're just ready for something more. Perhaps you're focused on obtaining your financial security. Perhaps you're focused on a particular relationship or a particular situation in your life, and you want to see it improve. And so you have returned to this situation to try to improve it. I mean, this can also indicate that perhaps you guys went back to a job that you were already at. So that will resonate with a few of you. Okay, here we had the Ten of Coins, which was the card position of the present, the here and the now energy. We clarify and we get the Hermit. So the Hermit is all about wise counsel and going within. All the answers you seek are within yourself, within your subconscious. You just have to go within, meditate, still your mind. You don't want to isolate yourself too much, though. It's okay to go in temporarily. I just don't want you guys to over-isolate, so do be careful of this. But some of you may be going within to figure out, you know, what is it that I want to do with this money, or is this really an investment I want to make? Is this really a home I want to buy? Is this really a charity that I want to donate to? Is this really, going to serve me in the long run? Because there seems to be something going on here as far as figuring out a path of where you want to go, and so you're going within to make your choice. And well, that's a very wise choice, just like the hermit, the wise old man. Go within, because the answer is within you. So listen to that gut feeling, okay? That's the way to go. Just don't get stuck in isolation, okay? Okay, we had the moon card, and this was the card position of the near future, the moon in reverse. We clarify, and we get the 6 of Cups. So it seems that you got a lot, I feel like a lot of you guys are dealing with issues that are tied to the past, potentially tied to your childhood. Some of you may be experiencing issues with siblings. Some of you may be experiencing issues with cousins, maybe even aunts and uncles. But for the most part, this is normally siblings or cousins. Or this could also be someone that you've been friends with for a very long time, since you were a kid or a teenager. Now, perhaps you have a family reunion coming up, or say a high school reunion. Perhaps maybe you have to travel back to your hometown for some reason. Perhaps some of you are just simply looking back to the past on the good memories. Perhaps some of you are dealing with issues with someone from your past. And that could be family, could be a brother, sister, cousins, someone you've known for a long time. But overall, this is a very good card. It's just with the moon in reverse. Maybe the person who either, this will be for some of you, maybe some of you have been with someone that you've been with for a very long time, and maybe this certain person may have lied to you, but they will come out with the truth. Maybe that a family member has caused you some issues. Okay, here we had the 10 of Cups, and this was the card position of your attitude. And this was the desire for contentment. We clarify, we get the 7 of Wands in the reversed position. So now this card is actually better in the reversed position, because it's kind of like the threats are falling away, because when it's in the upright position, he's having to defend himself against someone or something that feels like an enemy. So when it's in the reverse position, as it came out, this means that he's not having to fight. So now, some of you may have experienced some threats in regards to your personal contentment and security and family contentment and security. Some of you may have dealt with threats, but they didn't follow through with them. So thank goodness for that. Because this person's definitely prepared to fight for whatever they have to, This is a card of competition. So maybe perhaps you thought you had competition in regards to someone that you're with currently, or perhaps someone that you want to be with. Maybe you thought you had competition. Maybe you did have a competition, but if this is you, then the competition is not near as strong or stiff as you thought it was. So, I mean, overall, this would be like I'm gonna win. that's that's the energy flow here, is you will win. If there was any type of competition, you got this. No problem. Okay, this was the card position of how other people see you. We get the Judgment card. We clarify, and we get the Magician. So this is really, I mean, absolutely a beautiful combination of cards to come out. You know, because the Judgment is all about, you know, the new awareness, you know, the desire for something better, something higher with more meaning, the desire to be healthy, to focus on the health. And when we combine the Magician, well, the Magician is all about manifesting. So with these two cards together, your ability to manifest whatever you desire is very strong. All it's going to take is some very, you know, some positive reinforcing thoughts, and you can manifest exactly what you want to happen. You can make it happen. So if some of you are focused on getting healthy, getting physically fit, eating better, oh, it'll be yours. It will be yours. Whatever you're desiring here, this Magician is saying you can have it. Okay, this was the card position of our hopes and fears. We had the Two of Cups, our soulmate card. We clarify, we get the Devil in the reverse position. So this tells me that you guys are desiring a relationship that is not one of toxic karmic type debt. You want a relationship that has a clean slate. So yeah, this is a fear, or this would be a hope, excuse me. I know a lot of people would think that this would probably be a fear, seeing the Devil. But the Devil in the reverse position is way better, because we're not letting the Devil, shall we say, or our lower impulses control us. When it's in the reverse position, we're in control. We're not letting our desires and our fears and obsessions control us. So, Devil reversed is much better. We don't want anything to control us. We don't want a toxic relationship that just brings pain. You desire a relationship where the love will be equal and won't have any nasty karmic lessons attached to it. So definitely a hope. Okay, for our final outcome, we had the Nine of Swords in the reverse position. We clarify, and we get the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is about handling adversity. And seeing as how this is a loss that you are healing from, it seems that you guys are healing up pretty good. You guys have the stamina to handle just about any adversity that can be thrown at you. You got no problem making it through this. That's actually wonderful. I mean, you will defend whatever you need to defend. If it's your family that needs defending, you will defend them. If it's a friend, you will defend them. So you have no problem defending yourself or making it through this adversity. Whatever this loss is, it's not going to knock you too far out of balance, okay? You will be able to stand your ground very good. Now, for the bottom of the deck, we get the Seven of Cups. So, this is about emotional choices. This is what I call the emotional choices wish card. Because typically we have a decision to make. Now, with this card, you need to be careful. There's so many different options being presented here. And sometimes they may not be as they appear, We got a cup here that has jewels in it, We got a cup here with a snake, a serpent in it, But some of us may be like, ooh, how about this card with, the keys? This cup with the keys. This looks good. Not all the glitters is gold. So, the old saying, don't judge a book by its cover. This is kind of the same thing. So, whatever emotional choice you have to make, you need to meditate, go within, but don't spend too long there. You want to be sure that you're making the right choice. You don't want to make a choice based off of, the surface, physical type of stuff, material, things of that nature. Ultimately, it's better to go after this card with the wings. Now, something else I need to add is you need to be very careful of having a wishful thinking type of attitude, okay? Because that's not very beneficial. Faith in action is useless sometimes if you don't get out there and actually apply yourself and stick to it. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Okay, this is your reading for January 2018. I hope it's been helpful. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys soon. So in the meantime, I'm sending you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love. Talk to you soon.